Says it's starting.
This is Hangout on Air is Live.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to the Doghouse. This is Road.
This is Alex.
And today we
got some interesting things we want to talk about.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
I've got to figure out what's going on with this. Are you hearing an echo from me?
I'm honestly not hearing anything. That could be
off. Maybe somebody in chat can help me figure out what's going on. Anyway, no, this is too loud. It's killing me. There's got to be a way to deal with that echo.
I'm trying to figure out if I'm even heard on this thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you are.
Okay.
It's just that
I can't hear anything.
I'm hearing my own voice. It's very distracting. If I mute the microphone, though. Anyway, let's go ahead and get started with this. I'm actually going to take the headset off because it's way more distracting. So, what are we getting into today? We're talking about, you came across an article, actually.
Yes.
And we'll get that started.
Yeah. I'm actually still looking for it. This way I'm not talking out of my ass. Though I should be coming up on it really soon.
Something about Democrats.
Yeah. It was
what? It was, I'm trying to remember too. It's something about Democrats. It had something to do with the statues. Oh, yeah. They said something about Democrats.
We're in favor of destroying the statues that were for the Confederacy, which...
Wait, no. You found it already? Because that's not what I remember.
No, it was...
It's something about... No, it's something about the statues. Democrats are saying that the statues are now rally locations for the white supremacists.
Oh, yes. Yeah, for some reason.
I swear that's what you were saying.
Yeah, no, that's what the headline was. You were correct. It was something about Democrats' reason behind wanting the statues to be destroyed was because white supremacists were using it as a hangout spot.
Okay, so this is really unusual to me because I mean, I don't know about you, but I don't care for white supremacists.
No,
very much at all. So
no,
I don't side with them. I don't side with Nazis. But I feel like I'm put in this unique place where I'm actually on the side I don't want to be on.
Right.
Because, or wait, no. Maybe it's the other way around. The statues, I think the statues are no big deal. I don't care. I know everyone's talking about how they're something to do with history.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why I don't want to see the statues destroyed, okay? If it's offending people, why not put it in a museum where, we put everything else from war history and such? I mean, don't destroy it, but move it.
Yeah, the thing is for me, though, is like, I mean, where are they going to move that to? It's going to be like some kind of museum?
Ultimately, it would be a place kind of like the Patton Museum where everything from, the Civil War, would inhabit that place, including the statues, the goods and the bads. And
yeah, but when I look at these statues, though, the thing is, they just look like second place participation trophies to me. It's like I don't see why we should care about these statues for essentially an invasion that failed. it's like someone invaded us from within, and they were beaten back. And why are we keeping their stuff?
Well,
Why are we building statues to the invaders? I mean, that's what the Confederacy was. It was an insurgents, and it failed.
right.
It failed hard. They lost. Why does the losing side get statues? I don't know. I just don't see it.
Well, maybe it's not so much as they get to keep their statues, because technically no white supremacist owns any of that, to my knowledge. But
well, no, but it's like it's reminders for them, and it's also reminders for people that went through the. You know, the people that are calling for it, yeah, Black Lives Matter might suck, but at least you have to give them the credit that the Black Lives Matter has a point. Because, yeah, you know what? Our ancestors did a bunch of shitty stuff.
right.
And the Confederacy hails back to the time period when we had slaves.
Right.
I mean, that was one of the things that was fought for us. Why are we bullshitting ourselves about that? Why are we making up stuff? Like, no, it wasn't about that. It was in a fucking article.
Well, I mean, absolutely, it was about that, and it came from that time period. And yes, those were naturally made for, I guess, we would consider modern day white supremacists now. But if we put them in a museum, all right, white supremacists might be able to go into the museum, see the stuff, and leave, but they're not going to be able to hang out there. You know, people from both sides and with their own opinions would be able to also go in. And I mean, ultimately, yes, in a history standpoint, I think we should keep the statues, hoard them up in a house or, you know, building, if you will, and have a bunch of people pay $5, you know, admission fee, come in and see the stuff from that era.
Okay, look. The only thing that bums me out about this whole conversation is, it's like, you know, I think that's a terrible idea. It's like, who really talks about the Civil War anymore? Who really cares about it? It's a niche thing. It's something that only, you know, some serious hardcore Confederates care about. Maybe some Union guys, but usually, from what I saw, it's Confederate guys playing Union guys. So it's like it's only the reenactments are great. That's fine and all.
Well, I mean,
whatever. It's for a few people, but the country as a whole don't give a shit about it anymore. So how is it going to be a museum? But at the same time, then I'm plagued with the fact that we have a creation museum. So you know what? Have it. You can have your Confederate museum. I don't care.
I was about to say, it's not hurting anybody. It's just, I don't want to see, you know, Alexander's library. You know, there was 2,000 years worth of knowledge, of human knowledge, that was brutally destroyed and the building taken down, all because someone with their own point of view, ideals, and opinions are on the other side. And so they don't agree with the shit that's inside of this building and then destroy it. Poor history. Also, men can make up their own ideals. No, this is what really happened.
Sorry about that. Momentarily distracted over some family stuff, but I'm listening though. It's like I don't get it. I mean, I've heard all the arguments about it. It's a part of history and stuff, and you know, I don't have any complaints on that level. But at the same time, it still feels like just a second place participation trophy. It's like a girlfriend that kicks a guy out but keeps all his shit in her apartment. And it's like, honey, you know, you're gonna have to get over him. You're gonna have to burn that stuff at some point. It's got to be out of your life. It's not healthy. It's poisonous to you. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Someone's wanting to bother me. We're going to have to pause the podcast for like 30 seconds. I'm sorry. Hold on. I love you too. And I'm sorry.
They're not going to put him in a nursing home yet.
You have to mute yours too, please. On the Hangout for just a second. Right up there on the microphone. All right, sorry about that family thing. I absolutely needed to address, but we're back. We're back with the show, and I believe we left off. We're still talking about the neo-Nazi Antifa stuff. Which, by the way, look, I know a lot of people probably, if they hear this, they're going to be saying that I'm some kind of super crazy leftist Antifa motherfucker, which I'm not.
Sounds like some people I know, though.
But that's not me. It's just these statues. These statues. This. Why? Why is this the fight? Why is this the fight that's going to start another civil war? Really? I mean,
do you really think it's getting that bad?
I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen from here. That's the thing. It's even if it doesn't get that bad, it's just it begs the question: why is this the camel? Why is this breaking the camel's back? This is meaningless straw.
Huh.
I mean, like I said, it's just it makes no sense to me.
It's bad.
They're clinging so hard to the statues. Don't let the statues go. Next thing they'll go after this or they'll go after that. Okay.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I think civil war is needed, but not over something stupid like that. I mean, we just need a hell of a better government, and no offense, but commoners need to start stepping up and doing their thing.
Did you say commoners?
Yes, I did. Yes, I did. See, I consider myself in a group called the commoners. We're the common folk, the people that are usually overlooked and underpaid.
What happened?
I have no idea. Can you not hear me?
Yeah, I hear you just fine.
Oh, okay.
Go on.
No, for a second I thought I had a problem with my mic. What the hell was I saying?
We're talking about the statues and being the dumb fight.
Oh, yeah. There's plenty more to fight about than a fucking statue or two, honestly.
But you also said that you think we need a civil war, though?
Oh, yeah, we do need a civil war. We need to cut some of this riffraff out of this place, man. We're getting a little shoulder to shoulder with too many people that I don't like rubbing elbows with.
Well, you're talking about population.
Oh, yes.
Reduction, though.
Yes, I am.
And I honestly, I don't have a problem with that on the hand that like it's not forced reduction of population. Like we're not just going to kill off a bunch of people. We're just going to bottleneck things for a little while.
I was about to say our governments, as far as this world is concerned, has been doing population control for thousands of years. That's what wars are. You send a bunch of people out, it's less mouths to feed, and then maybe you can get some more territory in the process. Or in this day and age, hey, look, they got oil. They got oil. Come on, let's go get it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's been a big thing with this whole Charlottesville thing. It's brought a whole lot of stuff to mind because they're doing more stuff. They had the Boston thing think it was Boston yesterday. Pretty sure it was Boston. And they've got a bunch of other planned rallies, and Antifa's going to be there. And the funny thing is that Antifa, and I guess this is why, to me, this sums up why we should not be defending these statues. I saw several pictures where it showed just a few people in the center, and these just literally thousands upon thousands of counter protesters surrounding them. Because there's so few people there for the white supremacist side of it compared to people that disagree with it. So it's like, if all these people, they really want these things down, and it makes no sense to keep, like I said, an ex's old shit in your house.
Right.
I don't see why.
But if you can make a profit with your ex's shit, such as selling it, then I would do so. And there are quite a few different museums that would buy those pieces. I mean, come on. It is history. It's got its own priceless value.
It can have its, if that's the case, then it can have its own place to rest, but not somewhere out in public.
Right, exactly. No, I do agree. It doesn't need to be out in public because that's where you have too many people. It's too inviting for what the white supremacist minds, see it as.
Yeah.
Compared to what you or myself would look at it upon, as far as meaning goes. However, it does need to have its own rest place, and of which other people can still look on it and leave it be.
Yeah. Unless you guys have something further to say on that.
No, I'm done. We done milked that cow dry.
Yeah, pretty much. Did you know that Six Flags is actually going to replace all their flags with just American flags now?
Do what?
Six Flags.
They have Six Flags over there in China or something. They have flags and such of their own.
The American locations are going to remove their flags.
Oh, wow.
Because they're getting rid of, I guess one location or maybe more had Confederate flags up or something. So they just said, screw it, we'll just replace them all with American flags.
People are funny.
I mean, does that bother you, though, that they're taking down the Confederate flag wherever they can?
Oh, see, again, as far as history is concerned, that's all I see these pieces as. Now, I do believe there are some people that, have this stuff flying up over their truck or, a flag in their yard, and they're putting it out there to make a statement. And, for those types of people, then yeah, I guess it should be taken away from them because, I don't do hatred. I don't do violence. I don't think anyone should be a part of it. But if you have this stuff because of historic value, or even because you had relatives, way back when that were in the war, regardless of what side, I can see having that stuff. I don't think it's bad to have, like I said, unless you're throwing it around like it's gang colors.
The gang colors.
Yeah, well, I mean, like you have the Crips, man.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get the general idea of what you're saying. The thing is, and this is where I'm kind of conflicted with this whole thing too, because I grew up. I grew up. One of my mother's. It was the husband after my biological father. She remarried, and this guy was big into the reenactments and the whole Civil War. They're in Illinois. They're northern Illinois, mind you, but they are all the Southerners that were in Illinois got together. I don't know how that happened, but he was all about keeping. He kept up Confederate flags, and he was very Southern, very very Southern. And he we went to the reenactments. pretty much every opportunity. We would, even when they weren't actually doing reenactments, we went camping with the same people that did. So on other weekends.
So then you probably heard a lot of stories from stuff that happened at that time.
Well,
being around those kinds of people.
Yeah, I mean, I knew a lot of people.
Did any of them come across as racist?
What's that?
Did any of them come across as racist?
Well, that's hard to say because when I was growing up, where I grew up, there were not a lot of black people.
Right.
So I don't honestly know if they were or not.
But they weren't throwing the N-word around.
I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it from them. I heard that from other people in other parts of my family, but not from those guys.
So then, is it safe to say that they partook in these things as far as reenactment goes, more for the enjoyment of the history that had happened, not having the views of the reasons why they went to war?
See, I don't know because it's really hard to tell. I mean, it was a long time ago. They didn't come across me as bad people, of course.
Right.
But also, I was looking at it from a kid's perspective, and we just, went around shooting guns. And I mean, I didn't, but I got to watch them all shoot guns at each other. It's what else, right? I mean,
it's like
I was into that. That's
family
cool.
reunion.
People pretending to die. That was fun.
Yeah.
But no, there's something I'm talking about though. Like the most fun of it was sitting at the campfires. Because I mean, they went the whole 9 yards with it. They at the time they weren't bringing in their big tents and their coolers and shit like that. They had the same kind of stuff, the same kind of camp gear that they had in that era. So they were cooking on pots over open campfires.
Oh, now see, I would love that.
And we'd sit around and we'd be talking about stuff. That's where I first learned actually about the founding fathers. A lot of them having slaves, and some of them even having sex with their slaves. That's one of the first times I'd heard of anything like that. So,
hey, as long as it's actual like sensual and everyone's okay with it.
Well, they were slaves, so I don't think they could consent to anything.
Oh no, I thought you were talking about like people that did reenactments or lived like they did back in that time that actually, had someone that they could call them slaves. I'm sorry, I was thinking BDSM.
No.
My
no,
bad.
that's a whole different set of that's a whole different ballgame.
My bad.
If you want to talk about that, that's a different story.
There's a lot to be said.
Yeah, well, actually, the thing is that I know you haven't seen it yet, so not trying to spoil anything for you, but on Shameless, when V and Cav start their online career, I believe he's a slave master and she's a slave.
That's
and
beautiful.
they're doing webcam, stuff.
Oh wow!
But it's like her idea. She's the one that plays it up.
Oh, that's cool.
I know the show. I love that show so much. I wish you could see it. I wish you could get time to see it.
I need to sit down and watch it.
Those two are a lot of fun to watch. Their relationship over 7 seasons. It's pretty cool. There's a lot of good shows though right now. It's just some of them are on hiatus or just don't have time to catch up to them. I know you're still trying to catch up on Game of Thrones.
Oh yeah, Game of Thrones just came back out, and now I finally have a program that I can use to be able to watch the seasons.
Still got one. One season left of Walking Dead, I believe.
Yeah, I need to catch up on that too. I think I'm a few episodes away from the new one. Wait, when is it? Is it already out again?
Is what?
Walking Dead.
Yeah, Walking Dead season 7, I believe, is already out. Wait, maybe it's not 7. It might just be 6. It's been so long since I've seen that now. Anyway, what about you? Is this something you wanted to talk about specifically today?
Other than the whole statue thing, which I thought was kind of messed up that Democrats have anything to say about that. Man, there was a guy that died Sunday morning.
Oh, Jerry Lewis, you talking
Yes.
about? Yeah, that just came up on the news a couple hours ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's a shame. He had he had a huge career. I knew he'd done movies, but actually the earliest thing I remember of him was his telethons for the Muscular Dystrophy Association,
Mm-hmm.
and those were pretty cool. You know, the Jerry's Kids thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he did a lot of the movies and Broadway stuff. Died in 91. 91, damn, right?
Well, yeah, I mean,
peacefully in his sleep, his family around him.
Mm-hmm.
91. That's the way to go, man.
Oh yeah.
That's the way. Just
I mean,
hopefully he had a lot of pain medication.
Well, I was about to say he did have his own illnesses. It's just from what I understand, none of those illnesses took him out. Like he had lung disease. I remember reading that he had some other, maybe it was joint problems. Which, I mean, at that age, come on now. At 91, I hope I'm on pain meds.
Well, that's what I'm saying, man. The medication, we need legalized medication all across the country. So when we're in pain, we can do that.
Yep.
Because it's messed up that like the best drug for just about everything is the one they crack down on the hardest.
Yeah.
They don't want people getting it. They don't want people using it. They don't want people to be happy, man. That's all there's to it. They don't want you to be woke. You gotta be woke, people.
Wait, what? How is it that you put it? Woke is what?
Woke as fuck, man.
Woke as fuck.
We're in the church of woke as fuck.
Yes, preach it to me. Preach it.
Just stop preaching. The world free of religious indoctrination to tell you how awful marijuana is. Get it,
Amen. Amen.
It's hopefully coming. Hopefully coming soon. I know there's a lot of people online that are watching for legalization to happen.
Oh yeah, yeah.
But
I'm like by my ass cheek seats, man. I'm sitting here like Kentucky's just like said fuck you to the legalization of marijuana, and I'm sitting here like, okay, wait. Even if you just legalized it medicinally, that's putting money in your pocket even after taxes.
Yep.
The fuck is wrong with you? Oh, we're the Bible Belt. Fuck you. No, we are not.
Excuse me.
Y'all are wannabe. Big difference.
Yeah. So I'm gonna. Whoa. I just had some pop up on Twitter. California Catholic saint opponents say oppressed Native Americans is vandalized with red paint and murderer.
You're a murderer.
Well, that is weird.
Murderer.
That's a statue. I mean, it's just the statue with I know I can't show it on here. At least I don't think I can. But they got blood on their head and on their robe and their hands. And they got this. There's this child under one arm. There's blood all over this child, and in white is scrawled "murder" across the front of the priest's robes. This Catholic saint opponents say oppressed Native Americans is vandalized with red paint and murderer.
Okay.
I'm trying to unpack that sentence though. I might be a little too to be able to figure it out.
Yeah. Be something you can
Which
put
I
time
mean, why?
towards.
Yeah, it's a creepy statue. I can't tell why they would do that. Visitors came because of reports that someone spray painted. Yeah, I imagine people would want to see that. Wait, no, is it supposed to be to the native people? Is it a Native American it's supposed to be?
Why the fuck are we poking fun at Native Americans?
I don't freaking know what the deal is with this statue, man. This tweet is ambiguous.
Oh
I give
my
up.
goodness.
Twitter, you lose.
Bad boy. I hope that, with the whole racism with Mexicana and racism with blacks versus whites and all of that, I hope one day everything can be patched up to the way of the Native Americans. I mean, nowadays, everyone's got a little Native American in them or in their family. They're like, oh, yeah, Native American, hell yeah. Though the actual Native Americans do not like us people. I cannot tell you, I've been through powwows where I have been killed with the stares of their eyeballs. I was almost drowned in Minnesota. A lot of Native Americans live there. They're beautiful people. I even went to school with a couple of really awesome ones that never talked to me because I wasn't their color. But I find that racism as a white person is a little one-sided. If I say the wrong thing, well, I'm in the wrong for it and I should apologize. You know how many times other races have sat there and said around me cracker or other white racist jokes, and I sit there and I take it like a champ. I don't get mad or bent out of shape over it.
Yeah, and I'm not one for believing that there's this whole about this whole reverse racism crap.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, what does that even mean? I mean, I don't get it. You can't, white people, I mean, they can't be discriminated against or something like that.
Right, yeah.
It's like, what?
We'll see, and now...
That happens all the time.
We have our children, white little babies, growing up in this world, being told that we can't express our opinions or use certain words. But then when we don't discuss with our children what words others shouldn't use when talking to you. Like, I haven't told any of my girls, hey, if someone calls you a cracker, get mad. Or tell a teacher.
Yeah.
I feel like everyone should see it like that. There shouldn't be this high point of racism anymore. I thought we were really over a lot of it. And then going to school, I learned the hard way, especially in Louisville. Louisville is a hard place to grow up. When my dad went to school in Louisville, it was a mound of pepper over a sprinkle of, it was a mound of salt with a little sprinkle of pepper. When I went to school, it felt like a mound of pepper with a little sprinkle of salt. Do you get what I mean? That didn't sound racist, did it? I'm sorry if it sounded racist, because it wasn't my intent.
No, it's fine. I apologize. I'm also looking over some stuff. Just some other things I'm coming across about the Boston Nazi rally and stuff like that. But no, yeah, you're right, because it's like we should be past this, but we're not, and there's no telling when we will ever get past it, because too many people there are a lot of white supremacists, there really are, but there's also a lot of black supremacists.
Well, yeah, and for that matter, you have the mafia and other people from their own cultures as well. I mean, the Japanese, I forget what theirs is called, but I mean, ultimately, it's like every nationality in America has to have its own gang. White power or black power. It's like, why can't we be like unisex, but not involving sex, of course.
Right.
I mean, it's the same thing with sexism. It doesn't matter if you're a man or a woman, you're equal. Yay, equality. Quit fighting, feminists. There is nothing left to fight about. If you want to have problems and fight for something real, go to Iran and Iraq, Afghanistan.
Saudi Arabia.
Those places, they need
Egypt.
you. They need you.
Yes, they do.
Women power. Get the fuck out of America.
Yeah, start fighting against things like female genital mutilation and sex slave market and other stuff like that. Because it's too much crap going on in the rest of the world for feminists to have something to do in America.
Oh yeah,
It is. We don't need to swing the pendulum in the other direction now.
No,
just because they have this taste of power. Well, let's see how much further we can roll this boulder.
Now, as far as mindset goes, I am very much so old-fashioned feminist. They fought for the rights for me to have a job, to be able to make money like the rest of the men on the, floor. I'm absolutely ecstatic to, have the type of workforce that I'm able to work with. And I'm not bitching and complaining about someone making more money or not than me. Sometimes if a person comes into a job making more than what someone else started out, it's probably because they had experience, for one. All right? You don't know what their resume is. And it's none of your fucking business. But next time you want to sit there and get fucking mad over some horse shit, sit there and open your mind up a little bit and put yourself in their shoes and be like, I wonder what happened today to have made this way. There is no more thoughtful people in this world. It's almost beginning to be a chore.
Yeah, I know. It really is. And the world around you, though, can make it feel like a chore to be a good person, though, too, at the same time. And to do the right thing.
Yes.
Because people don't, there's a lack of appreciation, and there's lack of communication and respect.
Oh yeah.
And there's a lot of entitlement going on too. I mean, these crazy leftists like that.
Explain to me what is the crazy leftist?
Oh my God, I was afraid that was the case. You I don't know what to do about your mic. Actually, look at these settings on the front of the mic.
Hello.
Hold on. I'll just click them like that.
Hello.
What do you? There's two buttons, right? Or system,
yeah.
And the one on the whoops. The one on the top is
0. Is on 0.
Bottom is. All right. Hello. Try putting the top one on negative 10.
What do you think? Yeah, see, there was something that was bothering.
Anyway, go ahead.
Oh, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay, but is it actually showing up on the broadcast?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Because I don't see, mine's not blinking like yours is. Mine only blinks when I muted it.
That's weird.
I know.
So am I still echoing?
I don't hear anything. I have not. It's been like it's on mute.
No, I'm asking Wolf because I don't think there's any way you could tell. So anyway, let's go ahead and keep going. You have a topic you wanted to talk about tonight, though, right?
I thought we already talked about it. The Democrats and the statues.
The other stuff you wanted to talk about. You've been wanting to talk about for a week now.
Are you talking about BDSM?
Yeah.
Oh, yay. Yeah, no, God. I was wondering when we were going to be able to get onto that topic. I mean, there really is so much in it, especially if you're talking about the community, you know. And we're not talking about community like a church community. We're talking about like a community without the backstabbers and yeah, all of that.
Well, I mean, what's the first thing that you want to talk about that comes to mind?
Okay, well, BDSM stands for a lot. I mean, it's more than just bondage, sadist, masochist, bondage. Sorry, bondage. It's about all different types of fetishes. It's pretty much just a term used to name a large community. And I'm probably not even explaining that properly. One of the biggest things you got to know, though, if you're looking towards getting into the lifestyle, most of it is all about being able to relax around other people. It's about respect. If you're watching someone do a scene with another person, you know, if you're a voyeur and you like to watch, you know, by all means, you can get close enough to be able to watch without being in their personal working area.
Right.
Don't be talking, you know, or listening to music or messing with your phone, you know, stuff like that. It ruins scenes. And usually if a scene is being done, it's being done in a way where there are other people around trying to watch as well. So not only are you disturbing the people that are doing the scene, but you're disturbing the others that are sitting back watching.
Right.
And there is a lot into it. It's more than just a master slave type of relationship. I mean, yes, you do have like mistresses, other types of doms. You have pet play. What is that? I'm trying to remember. And if anyone else knows, let me know. It's a static electricity that kind of hits the skin just right. Usually people use it for types of skin play. It usually numbs the surface of the skin that it touches. It's like static, yeah. Yeah, it's actually quite interesting. I enjoy it. But I was told I have a high pain tolerance, so that really doesn't matter. Well, do you have any questions? We can start from there, because I really haven't written out a piece or anything for it, because I wasn't sure when we were going to hit this topic.
No, I honestly don't have... I honestly don't have any questions because, and he says it's electroplay.
Okay, electroplay.
Electro, I don't know.
Oh, yeah. Sounds about right.
So, yeah, I don't really have anything to ask because, I mean, I haven't really... I don't know if I consider myself a part of, I'm not really a part of any community as far as BDSM is concerned. I've considered going to some of these get-togethers, but I've got my own stuff that's going on in my life, and I have trouble. I have agoraphobia that I'm still trying to get over.
Yeah,
and
which he's doing a great
we're working
job
on it together, and I am getting better. But for now, for the time being, I can't really participate. So I don't really have any questions yet. But I mean, as time moves on, and hopefully we're able to stay doing the podcast at least once a week. I'm sure some will come up.
Well, I tell you what, as we're discussing this topic, if I mention anything that might, tickle your fancy in any way, or you have extra questions about it, we'll go from there. That work?
That's fair enough.
All right. So like I said, fetishes. There are so many fetishes. I'm not even going to give you a number to how many fetishes there are, because they're still being created from what I understand. But a fetish is typically anything that, while it turns you on, it's what would be considered odd to a whole group, if you will, such as like people that enjoy using blindfolds. That's a fetish. It's not something that everyone does, but it is something that some people enjoy very much. Same thing as balloons.
Oh, believe me, I am very familiar with the whole concept of fetish. My wife and I once, not too long ago, watched a documentary. I can't remember where we found it. It might have been Netflix. But it was this guy that had a fetish for balloons. It was just out.
I wonder if we've seen the same one, because I've seen a documentary.
It was all this guy that just had this big thing for balloons. And he couldn't really meet anyone that understood it, because he like laying with them and doing things to himself with them, and not just necessarily sexual, but like rolling around in them all the time, and
well, some fetishes can completely take over someone's lifestyle.
And then he started meeting other people, and he actually, I guess, he came across a girl that had the same fetish as him. It's like, well, good for you. Awesome.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's always usually when you pinpoint what your fetish or fetishes are, that's when you figure out the type of people that you want to be around, people that are of like-mindedness. Especially for me, I suffer from anxiety, and it's really hard for me to look people in the eyes when talking and going out into public. I have this toss up on if I'm going to have a panic attack today or not, when I go into Walmart. But when you're actually involved in the community, and you're going to some of the places where, the hangouts, if you will, I don't get that typical sensation of everyone staring at me. I'm not losing my breath as soon as I walk into the room. I've been able to eat my food without, having any issues. It's like when you walk in there, you feel like you're around family. You don't feel like you're an outcast. You don't feel singled out. You don't feel like you're weird or strange or, talking too much even, because that is my biggest thing. When I'm nervous, I'll talk a lot with people I don't know. And I never had any of those problems. There have been a couple of people in the BDSM community that I have my own opinions and ideals about, but typically everyone's respectful, and there's not any violence in the aspect of like hurting other people unless it's something that they want. I've never, been around anyone fighting in these places. It should be able to go.
That cut out for a moment.
Oh,
you might have to repeat that.
Oh, I was just saying that's why I can't wait to be able to get you to go, because it's a laid back environment.
Oh yeah, it'd be interesting to say the least. I'm willing to check it out.
Right, I am in the process. I've been talking to a couple of people that run certain things within Louisville and within Hardin County. Maybe a couple of guest speakers, and a place where we can send our BDSM videos and stuff like that, so that a larger group of people will also be able to view, which will be great. Once I get more information, I'll start using names, but until I know for a fact they're on board, using someone's name just isn't helpful. Other type of fetishes, things that you probably didn't know: chakra energy play. Do you know what chakra is?
I've heard of it.
Okay. Yeah. It's really interesting. If you are interested in certain fetishes but don't have a whole lot of knowledge, you can actually go to classes that they do have. And that usually they always teach safety first and then go into the fetish itself with a description of what it is and, you know, what it takes to be able to accomplish such fetishes. Even cyber sex now.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, that's a really old. It's been around for.
Well, yeah,
Ever.
since the internet.
Yeah. And before that, there was phone sex.
Yes, which is also a fetish. Worshipping.
Yeah, I know about foot worshiping. There's some that worship elbows and knees and different physical parts of the body.
Right, and definitely not my thing, but wow, I did not know that that was a fetish. Obviously, grooming is a fetish. So, like, would that be grooming in the sense of having to be clean before and after intimate moments, or are we talking about like we need to figure that out?
Right. That's up to you. Whatever you want to talk about, because I don't know.
Well, I know, but then you're making me do all the talking, and I feel bad. Oh, that's disgusting.
Well, I don't know anything about it, so I need time.
What time do you need me to get off?
FetLife.
Yes. FetLife is a great place to be as far as setting up your own profile and getting involved in what the community is doing. Also, like when I first started FetLife, I was in Tennessee. When I moved to Kentucky, I was able to still find people within the new area that I had moved to. A lot of good people, mentors or teachers, however you want to,
Right.
make them out to be. But people that typically take care of you and introduce you into the lifestyle and more or less hold your hand and help you get comfortable, with certain people that you're like-minded with. And then from there you end up, I don't want to say not needing the mentor's help, because you're always going to have questions, but you won't have to rely on that typical person as much.
Right.
And you actually do know of one person that I consider a mentor. She's really great, really knowledgeable, someone that I trust my life with.
Right. Hopefully we can get her to join us at some point in the future.
Yes, I would very much so love that. Very much so.
Well, did you want to explore anything else about that, or?
Well, give me a day or two to write down some really good, information and a better topic of study, so that I'm not sitting around here like a stoner being like, well, I'm not exactly sure what to say right now. Breath play sounds interesting.
Oh, is that like the asphyxiation stuff?
Yes, it is. But there's various different ways of doing it, and some of them are in a martial arts type of technique, such as holds and stuff like that, grabs. And I was watching a whole video on asphyxiation as far as a fetish, and the different ways to go about it in a safe method. And it was absolutely beautiful. The instructor, he was on key. He was easy to follow. He talked you through the steps. He did it more than once. You know, it wasn't something to where you had to pause and rewind to be able to see it again. You've seen it at different angles as well, so that also helped with the visual. I love to learn. And that is one thing I can say, you know, as far as the BDSM community is, it's just constant learning. And if you can't have an open mind or you go into it thinking you know everything, you're not going to make out a lot of friends.
Yeah. Yeah, it helps to have an open mind and just try to be as understanding about the other people that are there as you want them to be for you.
Right.
Because you don't want them giving you shit.
Hell no.
Do you want to go ahead and take like a minute break? Get this. I want to get some audio fixed before we.
Yeah. It may end up being a little bit longer than that because the baby's going to be waking up here soon and is going to need a feeding. So we may want to take like a half an hour to an hour break. Even if we have to, we can get back to it when we come back in. If you want to go out.
The thing is though, that's too long to go on a break. I mean,
how long have we been on?
An hour.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow, that went by fast.
Yeah. Well, if nothing else, I could stay on with others if you wanna head out. All right, hold on just a second. I need to get that fixed one way or another. Can you I think what's happening is that your laptop is I think it's got an external mic that's picking me up. So I don't have time to deal with it right now, but we can deal with it before the next show. Anyway, I am going to go on a quick break just to see if anyone else wants to join. But I'm not going anywhere. Let me get back to the chat window. Yeah, let me get you an invite and see how that's. I need to change my Discord image. Why can't I get? There we go. Okay, inviting another guest on, a certain Sir Wolfie. Oh, shit. Yeah. I just realized what I did wrong. Anyway, while waiting for him, let's see what's on Twitter. So if anybody else wants to jump in, I mean, feel free to help us take up just a little bit more of airtime. Hopefully she'll get done with that and can actually join us for the remainder of the podcast. I am just waiting.
Can you hear me?
Yes, sir, I can hear you just fine. Welcome to the Doghouse, Sir Wolfie.
Oh,
How you doing?
doing good. What's up?
Not a whole lot. I told you though, my opinion probably wouldn't be very popular about the statues.
Yes, but you got to remember one thing: it's still vandalism, and that's still illegal.
No, I don't. I don't discount that. The ones that are being forcibly torn down by vandals, that's not the same thing. I disapprove of that too. But as far as getting them removed, I just don't care. I really
Put them in a
really
museum.
don't. Do
At
what?
least they'd be safe. Put them in a museum. At least they'd be safe.
And I don't have a problem with that. Just the problem is that like, who's going to make that museum? Because no one really gives a shit about the stuff anymore. It's just look at how few people were there defending the statue, and how many people were there protesting that. I mean, history is kind of speaking for itself. You know, the statues don't seem to have a place anymore. Do you agree with that or disagree
And
with that?
And Pittsburgh says theirs are staying up.
What's that?
Pittsburgh says that theirs are staying up.
Okay. Well, that's their. I mean, that's their choice if they want to do it that way. There's probably going to be a fight all over the country though, because I know that they've been planning some of these for, I guess, a few weeks now. They've got a number of rallies that are coming up, and of course, they will be met by Antifa, I'm sure,
And BLM.
more than likely. Yeah, I actually did a video about a year or so ago. It was about Black Lives Matter, and at the time, I was with them. I was behind them 100%. And then I just and I was for a while, but because a lot of it had to do with the cop violence. There's a lot of cop violence against unarmed black people all the time. I still hate that shit. I get so tired of people getting killed by cops. But it's not so much that I thought like black people needed protection more or something. It was so much that I just disagree with the violence altogether. I don't care who it is, who's it being done to. Cops killing people pisses me off.
Yes,
I
but you got to
can't stand cops.
You got to also, yes, a lot of them make mistakes, and that's the one that hits the media a lot. But you got to also, some of them, the media likes to.
Oh, sensationalize it. Yeah, believe me, I know that.
And
but
not everybody's smart enough to go read the report.
No, that's true. But in the case like, what was his name? Philando Castillo. I mean, he didn't do nothing wrong, and he got shot dead in his car, right next to his girlfriend and his daughter and her daughter.
Yes, that was one of the mistakes. I'm not saying that all of them are good.
Yeah, but see, the thing is that those are the ones that are the problem. And we don't see all of those that happen, the mistakes. Sure, we're more likely to see the mistakes because they make bigger press. But nonetheless, it's not all of the picture. But I accept that, yeah, that's not every cop either. I know that there are some, cops that actually try to do good stuff. But unfortunately, these cases like Castile, he did nothing wrong. And now he's dead. What about like Tamir Rice? I mean, you saw the thing that happened to Tamir Rice, right?
Not good with names.
That was pretty fucked up. It was a 15-year-old kid. The cop car pulled up to them, shot them dead. I mean, within like a second of arriving on the scene. Hadn't even gotten out of the car yet. They just rolled down the window and shot him. And because he had He had a toy gun, I think, or something like that. But he was walking around a park, 14, 15 years old. And he had a toy gun. I don't know, man. I remember being able to walk around with toy guns and not have people just threaten to shoot me. And
That's why they put orange tips on it now. But yeah, that's 2 incidents out of how many that the press have actually made to make it look bad when it really wasn't.
see, that's not the only 2 cases, though. Those are just the 2 that came off the top of my head. There have been so many over the last year, literally hundreds, if not thousands, of deaths, and they weren't all black victims. There have been a number of non-black victims, including white victims of police violence, and it's disgusting. And
the equal amount of shots in whites and blacks are actually quite equal. Actually, there's more white deaths than there are black deaths when it comes to cop shootings.
I haven't seen a statistic that says that. I mean, but either way, it doesn't matter who they're killing. They're bullshit. They shouldn't be killing anybody.
I know, unless it's necessary.
Yeah, well, I mean, they shouldn't be killing anyone that's unarmed. There can't be any way that they're a threat. Like, it just doesn't make sense. And a lot of time, like, what about that woman? What about that woman that just recently reported she heard a rape in the alley behind her house, and then she ends up getting killed for trying to help somebody?
I haven't read that one.
Oh my God, that was brand new too. I can't remember her name. And her name eludes me now. Well, I'm going to pull that up.
But the thing about Black Lives Matter that really pissed me off is when they started going, Black Lives Matter, no other lives matters, kill all whites.
Oh, and she was an Australian woman at that in Minneapolis. I forgot about that part of it. She was a bride to be. She called twice to 911 because she heard a what she believed was a rape just outside her house, and her name was Justine Demond. And it's heartbreaking, man. And she's a white, blonde, 40-year-old woman. So, yeah, no, I agree with you that the Black Lives Matter as a whole has really deteriorated. And the stuff that I understood it to mean is not really what it's about anymore. But that's the way trends always go. I mean, they're always good at the beginning, and then shit gets in there and corrupts it, and then it's worthless. And I just hate to see that Black Lives Matter.
True colors.
Well, whatever you want to call it, I don't think those are my true colors, and I believed in it at first. I think my true colors is that I've always been on point about equality and being tired of all the gun violence and all the cop violence, regardless of what Black Lives Matter might have done in the time that's come since then.
Yes, but Black Lives Matter and Antifa believe in free speech, but whenever anybody else tries to speak, even if they have slightly different values, they interrupt because they don't think they should have the free speech.
No, I don't believe that. That's pretty messed up.
It's been in the news.
What's been in the news?
Exactly what I've been saying.
No. I'm not disagreeing that it happened. I'm saying just start over. Let's try that way. What did you say?
I said when Antifa and Black Lives Matter take the platform, they believe in free speech. But if anybody else with even the slightest difference of opinions, they don't believe should have the freedom of speech.
Yeah, I was agreeing. That's bullshit. They shouldn't. That's not how free speech works. And free speech should, if it works for one group, it should work for them all.
Exactly. Although I think there's idiots on both sides of the spectrum.
Oh, clearly, yeah, there are. But it's holy cow! I don't even. My daughter is distracting me with smacking bread in a game. That was weird. I'm sorry. I looked up and I just saw the weirdest screen. I'm okay. So I'm checking out of that. Yeah, back to what we were saying. The thing that bugs me though is like I'm worried. I mean, I'm not really worried, but it just feels like people are going to lump me into the category of Antifa just because I don't give a shit about these statues, or I don't give a shit about the Confederate flag. It's like I'm not a fan of the Confederacy. I don't care about it. It's when I compared it to an ex that you dump, kick out, but keep their stuff. I meant that. That's how it feels to me with all these statues out and about. You want to put them in a box and shove them into the back of the closet? Go right ahead.
Okay. Let me put it to you this way, because this is happening too. Somebody's close to you. They die because they follow orders, and the government has given them the same rights as any soldier in America. That's why these statues are up. It's to represent the soldiers who died. It doesn't matter which side; they were still Americans.
Well, they were trying to not be Americans, though. They committed treason. Would you disagree with that? That they committed treason?
They had a difference of opinion.
It doesn't matter. It was still an act of treason.
No, it was two ideologies divided, just like what's happening now. It's two ideologies divided. There would be a civil war now if there would be a civil war now if it was more divided, but not ever. There's a lot more people who are saying fuck both sides. So
no, see that's the thing though. The Civil War was enacted by a governing body. They wrote articles. All these states wrote articles about why they're leaving and what they're going to do. They wanted to create their own nation.
Yes, so, I understand that.
Right. That makes them traitors. You do realize that, right?
I understand that, but I'm just saying on a political standpoint, it was two ideologies who had two different mindsets.
Right, but it goes deeper than that in the Civil War, though.
But it wasn't about slavery necessarily.
Well, then why did all these states put it in their articles that's why they were leaving? That was one of the major tipping point reasons why they left.
It wasn't one of the major tipping point reasons.
But they said in their own words that
Let me see the articles.
Was the case. I don't have them on me. But if you look up the what is it? Articles. It's not I don't think it's the Articles of Confederacy. Jesus Christ. I can't remember. I'm
all right. When you remember it, just text me the title. Text me the title and I'll look it up.
That's fair enough. Anyway, but beyond that, though, so what else? What else did you have in mind? Or did you disagree with?
That was pretty much it, wasn't it?
I guess. I don't know. I don't really have any love for either side, except for I I think it's messed up that that guy goes and kills a bunch of people. Which, of course, now people are coming out of the Alex Jones forest with some conspiracy theories about how it was really an Antifa guy that ran over the Antifa.
No,
And
it was he was on the right side.
no, I know that, but there was someone in one of the discords that you had introduced me to that they were talking about how this is all a false flag and they were actually Antifa.
That was just hearsay. It wasn't actually proven yet.
Right, I know. It's just some people. You know how some people get. They like playing the conspiracy theories up.
Yeah, but yeah, it was a stupid hand, and only one person got killed. 19 got injured.
Right. Man, there's been a conversation going on in this one Discord all day about Riley and Blair.
You're talking about Blair White and Riley J. Dennis.
Yep. I wish I knew what was going on. I'd love to bring these people in here,
All right,
and ask them what they got to say about them, because
Blair White is a transsexual.
Right.
Went from male to female.
Uh-huh.
Damn, she looks hot. Never mind. And because Riley J. Dennis said that that transsexuals really don't go through gender dysphoria, kind of pissed off Blair White, because in most cases you do go through gender dysphoria, that you feel like you're a different gender. You know what I mean?
Right.
You're not happy until you hit the transition.
Right. Yeah, I know.
And that's an actual mental illness.
Mm-hmm.
And everybody thought that Riley J. Dennis, because he said he did not have gender dysphoria, was a trender. Somebody who was doing it because that's what was in at the time. Now.
Okay.
Now. Riley J. Dennis got his first feminist facial reconstruction. Doesn't look that much different. He still has an Adam's apple that can poke an eyeball out.
Yeah.
It. I don't care. He, she, it. Whatever. You still have a dangly thing between your legs. You're still a male to me.
Right.
Well, Riley J. Dennis also does assumptions that you're transphobic if you're a straight male who does not want to have sexual relationships with a transsexual because they have their dangly parts. Not my preference. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I remember that video actually.
Yeah. Well, when Riley J. Dennis got his first surgery, which was just in the face.
Mm-hmm.
Blair White apologized profusely on live video. Even to the point to where she was in tears. And he had to come back after his surgery. He says, this is how you're supposed to apologize. Which is bullshit. Blair White put her heart into that video. And ever since then, Riley J. Dennis has been basically riding her coattails about it, saying he does not have to forgive her, treating her like shit. Yeah, he doesn't have to forget her, but he doesn't have to treat her like a dick.
No, I guess not.
So.
Well, I don't keep up with Blair White anymore. I had followed her for a little bit on Twitter, but she just seemed very right wing, and it kind of put me off. I don't know if she is or not. It's just the way it seemed at the time. So,
I mean, she has her theory. She does not like SJWs
yeah, well, that's fine.
or feminists.
I could agree with her there.
Or Antifa, or Black Lives Matter, which are all on the left-hand side. She is part of the skeptic community, which most of them lean to the left or are left, but have their own opinions.
Mm-hmm.
Me, I'd rather stay in the center because fuck you all. I don't care if you hate me or not.
Yeah, I don't differ from you in that regard. A lot of the stuff, a lot of the thing is that most people don't get their views represented anyway. Because if it were up to the country, we would have a lot of things that we don't have right now. Like we would have legal weed, we would have legal gay marriage written in stone. There's just we'd have probably single payer health care. It's just a lot of shit that we would have if it were up to the will of the people, because the people, for the most part, want these things, but our representatives don't want us to have them. And we gotta speak out for the things that matter to us. I mean, that's all we can do. We have to speak out. We can't be afraid to fight. Can't be afraid to fight against people that make no sense and do stupid shit. And there's, the center is really the only thing that's made any sense. I'm a Bernie-crat, and I'm not a Democrat. I'm a Bernie-crat. I believed in a lot of the stuff that he had said, but I would be more for the Democrats if they actually, this is supposed to be their platform, and it obviously isn't anymore. They're too corporatist now. They're discussing corporate shills, and the will of the people doesn't matter to them anymore. So Republicans, Democrats, they can all go fuck off. As far as this whole left-right thing, I've never really understood it. I don't know where I'm supposed to be anymore, because the people that look like they would be to the left don't behave like they're on the left.
If you have any different view, according to Antifa or anything like that, you would be considered a Nazi. It doesn't matter what side you're on. They would call you a Nazi and try to punch the fuck out of you.
Okay.
So, and they would call it self-defense if it's just words.
Oh, of course. I don't know, man. Nobody.
If you can't,
What?
If you can't tell, I follow a lot.
No, I know you do. I don't really have much else. I don't know. What about you? Do you have something you want to talk about?
What's that word? Reparations.
Okay.
Do you believe you owe people of color reparations?
Fuck no.
And why is that?
Because I ain't never owned no fucking slave.
Very true. Neither have I.
And there ain't anyone alive that has, in this country, that has been a slave. Well, at least not in that sense. So no, fuck reparations. That makes no sense at all to anyone with a thinking brain.
Exactly. And yet you got, stupid people. I mean, I saw this protest where Black Lives Matter was. A white guy was holding up a Black Lives Matter sign that said, "Black Lives Matter, no other lives matter."
Yeah, I know. I saw that one too. I have to hope that that was a troll, because that doesn't make any sense otherwise.
No, there's a lot of people who actually think that because they've been brainwashed.
Eh, I don't get that. That just seems so stupid. Why would anyone believe that? I mean, I don't know. It's like I've seen some pictures where there was someone wearing a Kill Whitey t-shirt and they were white. I don't get that.
Yep.
Uh, who is brainwashing these people?
You want my opinion?
That have black descendants in their family generations due to a slave owner fucking slave girl and having babies.
I don't know. What was your opinion?
My opinion on these one people who are actually white who believe in that.
Yeah.
Hold on. Let me get out of something here. People who are actually white who believe in that get brainwashed in most liberal schools, the liberal media. In fact, YouTube is even controlled by the liberal side now.
Yeah. I'm noticing that.
So,
Yeah, there have been a lot of people talking about needing alternate sites to do this stuff. Like you can't trust YouTube anymore, can't trust Twitter, can't trust Facebook. It's like, well, what part of this is free speech? I don't understand it.
it's free speech as long as it goes on their side. It's not free speech. It's considered hate speech if you have a difference of opinion.
I know. How in the hell are you going to enforce this so-called free speech nonsense or this hate speech nonsense? I mean, someone thinks that you're. I mean, it's going to get really bad. It's going to be to a point where you ask for an opinion on something, and if they give you even the slightest bit of criticism, well, that's hate speech. Because you just differ in opinion. I mean, it's a disgusting slippery slope, just full of bullshit and nonsense, and I don't like sliding in it because it's gross and makes me stink. Anyway, I've pretty much met the end of my rope for the night. I don't know where else to go, and the thing's lagging anyway. Nope, there it goes. I got it. Well, I guess all I can say is, thanks for joining us. And the one other person that was watching, I'm not sure who that is, but hopefully someone will see this later on, and we can open discussion. People can leave comments, and hopefully subscribe and stuff like that. Oh, there's 3 people watching now. I don't know. Does anyone else here want to jump in and talk, join the conversation? Make this a little more interesting. Keep me awake. Anyone? No?
Let me see if somebody else is on.
All right. Because we probably got like half an hour to go.
Are you making it a must to do 2 hours? I thought we were just going to do at least an hour, and if we got close to 2 hours.
I was going to do the second hour one way or another, yeah.
I did not know that.
No, that's fine. Do.
And that was Septus something or other.
Septislavia? What was?
The one who had all these theories.
Oh. Okay. I thought it was that gerbil guy I watched, actually. The one with the video I was talking about earlier. I think that was
Yeah.
gerbil.
Gerbil?
Yeah.
But that was only hearsay type stuff, and he said, she said type stuff.
Uh-huh.
When they actually arrested the guy, he was on the right hand side.
Yeah, the less I knew, he was. Does he turn it on? Did you turn it on?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna if it here. I can't hear anything.
No, it's fine. Yeah, you're coming.
Let me out of the dryer! I didn't do it.
Anyway, so you can't hear anyone else?
No, I've been telling you that.
Hello.
I told you that from the beginning that I couldn't hear anything, and you're like, "Oh, everything's okay." Yeah.
Okay. Try that. Hold on. We'll be right back. Go ahead and mute that. I'm going to keep my mic unmuted, but go ahead and mute yours for a second. Okay, you're muted. All right. Shit. I think I know what the problem is with yours.
Have her plug in some headphones.
Playback device. She's got headphones on.
Huh.
Volume mixer. Okay, you see the speakers at the bottom right? You right click that and go to playback devices. Actually, should have it under recording devices.
Where it says speakers?
Okay, you right click the speakers at the bottom right. And then it shows playback devices. Okay, go to your recording tab at the top. What's listed there? Holy shit, that's a lot of stuff. Hold on. You got to start over. I didn't hear you. What?
Headset, mic, microphone, stereo mix, and microphone.
Should be
I have
headset
two
mic if she's
microphones.
wearing a headset.
Try to. Which one's enabled? Does it say which one's got the check mark?
Oh yeah, the microphone at the bottom.
So go to the microphone that's at the top then. Right click and then disable it.
All right, so with the stereo mix and the microphone are disabled. The headset mic is not plugged in and the microphone is in here. I did
Jeez.
okay.
All right, you still there, Wolf?
Yes.
Did you manage to get a hold of anybody? Okay,
I'm here.
Try talking.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
No, I'm deaf.
I hear nothing.
You don't hear Jeff?
Can't hear
now?
me?
Mm-mm.
Go to do the same thing on the speakers
Nope.
and make sure it's a headset.
I mean, I know that he's talking because his imaging on the
Okay,
thing is.
hold on just a second. Go to your. What do you have on the playback devices? You have the headset listed there, right?
Yeah. Hold on. Playback devices.
Okay, which one's enabled? No. That's recording, right?
Yeah.
Go to playback.
Oh, okay. Regular speakers. Speakers HP is ready but not being used. Regular speakers is default device.
Need to change it to her headphones.
And see the speakers are are registering him, but I'm not hearing anything.
You need to disable one of them, the one that's not your headset.
All right. Disable.
Okay.
Check 1, 2. Check. This is a
Not
test.
hearing anything.
Damn it. All right. Turn it back on. Disable the other one.
Are our headphones in the right jack?
Hey,
Yeah, is your headphones in the right jack?
yeah, there's only one place for these headphones to enter.
Okay. So it's not USB?
No.
All
No,
right.
these are El Cheapos.
Did you switch them?
Yes, I did, and now I can hear.
Awesome.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, there we
What's
go.
up? What's up? What's up?
Whew.
Right on.
Am I echoing?
Only
Yes.
because I can hear you in real time.
Oh. Yeah, but I'm going through both microphones. It's pissing me off. Because you're not going
Hey.
through both.
Are you guys in the same room?
Yeah.
That's why.
I was about to say, though, I'm not hearing an echo. What I'm hearing is it's taken like a second or two to catch up to him as he's talking.
Go back into your devices one more time.
Why?
The recording devices.
Okay.
Might need to bring down your sensitivity a bit.
All right. What am I going to?
Go to recording.
Okay.
Click them one by one. How many of them are actually enabled?
Only one. This one's not plugged in. These two are disabled, and this is the default device.
Okay, so it's all right. So I was wrong. It is the mic. The bottom button on your mic, click it over.
How's that?
I don't know if that helped or not. Did it help?
No, I still hear you in echo.
Oh, for Christ's sake. All right, I give up. I don't know what we can do about it tonight. So I'm going to mute my mic so there isn't a echo. Anyway, you hear me now?
Nope.
Yes.
No echo?
You won't hear him because he's using your mic.
Oh. That's why I'm not hearing his echo from the other mic. It's because even though it's pulling up on this mic, I'm not hearing it.
Exactly. It's because you're in the same room. We have the same problem, and I have a pagan butterfly kitten on a live stream.
Ah. Well, damn. Well, I mean, this is naturally something that I could be doing in my room with y'all. This way we're not so close together. Blue's off in his clickety world.
So how goes it, girl? Long time no talk to.
It has been very painful.
Congratulations, by the way.
Thank you. I appreciate it. The healing has been real.
It takes time.
Yeah, it does.
Okay, so I think I've got that figured out for now. Go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead with what?
Anything either of you wanted to talk about? Otherwise, I will probably just sit here and stare at the microphone and ramble.
Ramble.
I still have
That's all I'm
almost
good
enough
at.
of a high to get a good ramble in. Probably.
It's good to see you getting active in the lifestyle again, by the way.
Okay.
I need to learn Sign language. I really need to wear lubrication on my hands. Oh my god, I wash my hands so much they're drying.
You need lotion.
Yes. Yes. Sperm's not lotion? Oh wait. Wait. No. Wow. Naturally the salt. Of course it's not.
Well, I've already made this video to where it won't be monetized, so I apologize.
Yeah, right. Like it was never going to be monetized.
Wait, monetized.
That's what
Monetized.
Patreon's for anyway, right?
Right. I actually set up my Patreon. My next video is actually going to have it in.
That's awesome.
Oh, wow. Cool.
I start work again Wednesday.
Nice.
Yup.
Where are you working at?
Oh, Dollar General.
E-Town?
Yeah.
Oh, be careful to dox yourselves, guys. This is still live.
Well,
Like people know what E-Town means,
Yeah.
unless you're from this state.
I was just about ready to say it's the same thing as people who say Louisville versus Louisville.
Oh, I was just trying to prepare you. That's all.
No, but you are right. Thank you.
Anyway, yeah, he and I had a back and forth about the statues.
Oh yeah.
Thing. Yeah. Because I think the two of you guys agree on that. But I don't so much.
Hey, do you want Dick Daddy on?
Sure, why not? It's a shame we're getting a late start to the second half, but
Well, I mean, I am still just learning the whole Hangouts, Google, and stuff like that, and getting things working to where I can even hear people. So that
Oh, yeah,
is
I know.
awesome.
at least we got some kinks worked out, though. That's good.
Well, yeah, and ultimately, this is actually pretty fun. I could see having at least 5 or 6 people in here. I mean, with the right people, it'd
Right.
be awesome.
Yeah, it
Send
can
them the
be
link.
fun. Where is he?
Give him a minute. I sent him the link. Dick Daddy Foster.
Anyway,
So-
you just got a bunch of dead air going. Probably should do something about that.
I was going to just say. So what side do you lean towards?
I'm presuming he's asking you.
Are we talking about like Democrat versus Republican or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I as a kid in learning, in school and everything, what politics was, I became a Democrat. Now I've reached that point of unsurety. and I say that because I have love for America and what it's supposed to represent. But I feel like the Democrats and the Republicans are no better than each other. I feel like it's just another waste of financial money that could be used towards something even better. I think we need to completely start from the bottom up when it comes to the government. So it's hard to even consider myself a Democrat, but that's what I am on paperwork.
Yeah.
I'm going to create my own party. A party of Sir Wolfie.
Does everybody get a free pony?
Maybe I'll have a free pony or I.
Ooh, yay, ponies.
What type of ponies, huh? Get it? Get it?
Is it like My Little Pony?
No, more like
Is it more like if you're horny, let's do it, ride it, my pony?
I remember that song.
more of a BDSM style.
What's up, Big Dick? Hello.
Yeah, what's up?
I'm saying, hey, what's up, dude?
Oh, what's up?
Thanks for joining us. What you up to?
Oh, not much. You know, the usual, choking chickens. You know, tending to my flock, grabbing my dick.
Of course.
If I had one, I'd grab it too.
Could always strap one on.
Well, yes, but then I don't want anyone else grabbing that.
Yeah, I mean, at least you have the option of wearing the other sex's genitalia. Like,
Well,
guys can't do that unless we like push it in. But then that would like hurt.
Turtle.
Oh, that's so wrong. Or you could try to do that weird urethra play. Ugh.
Oh, you know what? I've seen the instruments that they use for that, and that shit's expensive. And from what I understand, that shit started in Africa.
Why did I start this conversation?
Actually, it started in India.
Was it India and became popular in Africa?
Yes.
This is making my dick hurt just thinking about it.
Well, are we talking blue balls or actually like hurting in the urethra?
Yeah, hurt. And the whole damn dick throw, that's where it hurts.
Punch in the dick.
I'd rather be punched in the dick than have something get shoved into it. Thank you.
Well, now, the tubes that they use for the for the I get the pleasure of seeing his face. It's great.
Save me.
So, Steve Bannon got fired.
Steve Bannon got fired.
I thought he quit like weeks ago.
No. He was like flat out fired.
Weird.
Remind me who he is?
Oh, hold on one sec.
You remember Bannon? The big guy in Trump's campaign for the longest time there.
Oh yeah, he got fired.
Yeah. I actually thought he quit a while back.
No, he got fired.
Yeah, so I'm learning.
It's also great to like use one program for talking instead of various networks, because I'm just looking at my phone alone and Discord, Hangouts, Messenger. I think I have something from Yahoo on here too.
You need to join the Church of Sir Wolfie.
Yeah, but I don't know about having my own dom.
You would just be in the congregation.
Ah, so like a cult. You drink juice.
It's only a character. I can send you the background story.
Is there juice involved?
Real wine.
Okay. I can deal with that. I do prefer Chardonnay, but certain types of wine does tickle my fancy from time to time.
Oh man, what's your next video going to be about, by the way?
Which one?
Blowing smoke.
Well, your next one.
Mine?
Yeah.
I'm actually doing an article about reparations.
Oh, okay.
Basically, I'm going to be sticking my middle finger up in the air, say, fuck you all, I'm half Native American. What if I said, give me my fucking land back?
Right?
Okay. I'm sorry, I died.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear about your loss.
No, that's all right.
It's nice knowing you.
No, it's okay.
And he's resurrected.
I actually just got something really cool. There you go.
What'd you get?
It's like it's like one of those sun protectors for your car. Except it's got like the Star Wars cast from like the first movie.
Oh,
Like,
that is
it's in a
badass.
cockpit.
I can't wait to see how many blind people there will be tomorrow night.
Oh, from the eclipse.
Yeah.
Day, I looked it up. Is it tomorrow night or tomorrow?
I don't know what time it's supposed to be. I probably won't be able to see it.
I won't be able to see it. I don't have the glasses.
Well, I mean, you can still put on like sunglasses and kind of see it, can't you?
Well,
I wouldn't.
No.
From
You have
what
to have a
I
special
understand, it's supposed to be really bad for the UV rays, even if it doesn't seem like a lot of light that you're looking at.
Yeah.
People have been very much so advising against it all over the radio.
It will literally boil your eyes out of their sockets.
Awesome.
I'll probably just like hold my phone up in the air and just like record it and look at
Yeah.
it later.
That sounds good. Sign me up for that. There's no way my ass is going to bother with glasses.
Well,
Yeah, but you got to look stylish.
thing is though, I'm not even going to be able to see it very well because I'm up north of the path that it's going over.
Yeah, we're east of it.
Oh, rip.
And not very far either.
No, I think it's supposed to. I think it's supposed
No,
to be
my
going
kids
over
are
like,
supposed to be seeing it for a school project tomorrow.
Lisa's going to be coming out and I'm going to step outside with her.
Well, sit down.
Lisa's going to be stepping outside with me here in a minute.
Okay. Ooh, excuse me. Sorry about that, guys.
you're a little tired.
Just a smidge. That's all.
No, okay.
I'm coming down. That's all. I'll get back. I'll get back up in a minute.
Yeah.
Back up.
Who's catching board?
Wait, I heard some about porn, and I was going to talk about edibles.
Edibles. Oh my man! Don't tease me. I want to try these things so bad.
Yeah, I know, but I want to wait and do brownies until after I've mastered the concoction. I'm just thinking about starting and doing butter first.
Crock pot.
Because it combines my two favorite things in the whole world.
Add
Oh
butter.
my.
Add
Hot and
crock
eating.
pot. Wait, let it set for about 12 hours. Then let it solidify. Then scrape it loose.
You know, whatever it's got to be, you actually have to heat it, or else it won't produce a high.
Crock pot.
A crock pot for brownies?
I was
Not the
gonna say,
brownies part,
who
for
makes
the
brownies
butter.
in a crock pot?
No,
the butter.
For the butter. Yes. No, you're right. That's what,
I could just see somebody like putting like one giant brownie inside of a crock pot.
Yes.
and because I'm a
Yummy.
blonde, I could see me doing that if I didn't know any better.
Just like take it out, flip it over.
Oh,
Don't
Make a
ask me
giant
how I
cookie.
know.
That's beautiful,
Re-
man.
Really? Don't ask me how I know.
or maybe I can make it and then put it in Nutella.
Hey, killer.
Nutella. Nutella.
Nutella?
Nutella.
Oh, Nutella.
Yeah, it's like Nintendo, but edible.
Nutella.
Man, okay, see that there you go.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you got my saliva going. There you go. Thanks a lot.
Yeah. In the art of food, I rule.
Food porn.
Indeed. Like slap you in the face.
Man, see, I'd love to post stuff like that, but I don't want us getting trashed. You
What?
know.
Because of food porn?
No,
That's
because
technically a fetish.
no, for posting edibles, you know.
Oh, it'd be like, hi,
I don't want to get
edibles.
busted for that.
Yeah, no, don't
Ja-
say
ja-
anything
just don't
on
say-
video in Kentucky.
Just don't say what it is.
Be like, oh yeah, this is
This is
mine.
my grandma's recipe.
I call this space cake.
Yeah, like that ain't noticeable. I love you. Hey, wait. We could make pound cake. Get it? Marijuana cake? Call it pound cake.
Thinking more like quarter cake.
Oh, you only want to use a quarter.
Actually, I don't know how much it takes.
Well, I mean, it really depends a lot on the size of batch that you're going to make, of course. But, I mean, like, a quarter of a pound is actually really good for a decent-sized batch.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. But it's so hard to get a hold of a pound of weed at a good price anymore.
Ain't that right? The good ones keep getting arrested.
I know. It's so true. My poor buddy. Poor guy. It's all right. At least I still have my other one.
For now,
Right.
if he can stay out of trouble long enough.
Oh, don't worry. The only thing I got to worry about is if this guy falls over dead tomorrow. Because he's got
Haven't-
medical issues.
Haven't had any for a while.
Well, I obviously didn't partake when I was pregnant, but I have partaked here and there and kind of all over the place.
Partook?
Partook.
Partookin?
Partooken. Farfin poopin.
A weird word.
Yeah.
Partookin. Partook.
Almost sounds like you belong in Canada.
What's this on a boot?
I know a Canadian. Careful. I know several of them.
I know a lot of
I was
Canadians.
gonna say I do too.
Who doesn't know Canadians?
I literally had a live stream on my channel with nothing but Canadians.
All right,
I
well,
was the only
I
American
am going to
there.
be on and off and all of that good stuff, but I need to get a hold of my lady and smoke a cigarette. Because, habits.
Yeah, I think we got like 2 minutes left, and it's a wrap anyway. So
Oh,
All you have to do is just click the one button, and we all can still chill in Hangouts.
what, to stop broadcast? Yeah,
yeah.
I know I could do that, but I wanted to do the wrap up real quick anyway. So this is our first time doing the Google Hangouts. Thanks for listening, everybody, and also we're going to be doing hopefully once a week. Sundays like this would be preferable if possible, but we also, we'd like to have start using this format and having people come on and chat with us. I would like to do an open forum as well once in a while. Get opinions rolling back and forth. So follow us on Twitter. Subscribe on Facebook. God damn it.
It's called YouTube, dear.
Yeah, subscribe to us on YouTube, and hopefully we can have more fun like this again next week. So
And don't forget Discord.
Discord.
Yes.
Oh, I should post I guess I should post a link to the Discord, but I don't have one actually for in the Doghouse. I just have my own Discord right now, which is 2 people in it, but that's beside the point. Anyway, all right. Thanks for listening, and thanks for joining us, Sir Wolfie and Messiah of Keck.
Yeah.
And have a good night.
Night night.